Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. Today's video is something a little bit different. The idea of this video is to do something that I've wanted to do for such a long time. And that is to explore England and find the obscure and wonderful parts that may not be known about. England is really old and therefore rich in history. And with history comes some things that could be deemed a little bit spooky. So this video will be the start of a collection of videos about England and its obscurities. And just really cool places to visit, honestly. Because I'm sure if you're watching my videos, then you are interested in the same things that I am. And sure, you can go to the cinema on a day off, or you can go shopping or doing chores.
As if!
But sometimes you just want to go to something that really interests you, right? So let's start today with a little place in the southeast of England in a county called Kent called Margate. And there are two places in Margate that I really want to go and look at, so this might be a two-parter video. But less from me, shall we get going? Come on then.
Help yourself to guides.
Thank you very much.
You're entering through the North Passage. You walk along to the altar chamber at the end.
Excellent.
And then back out the same way. It's just over 100 foot, 30 metres. Okay?
Brilliant, thank you so much. The Shell Grotto is open every single day from the 17th of July to the 1st of September. The opening times are from 10 AM to 5 PM daily. The ticket prices are £4.50 per adult, £4 if you're over the age of 60, £2 if you're a child, and you get a family pass for just £10. So this is the Shell Grotto in Margate. There is a total of 4.6 million shells, and this actually spans of a length of 100 feet. They say that the grotto was most likely used as a smuggler's cave at one point, as around Margate in its entirety there's a lot of tunnels and a lot of smugglers' caves. The Shell Grotto was actually discovered by chance in 1835. Unfortunately, no one knows who built the grotto, and they don't know whether it was something for worship or secret meetings, but it has sparked a lot of debate over the years, and quite frankly, no one really knows the answer, and I don't think anyone ever will find out. Within the grotto there is a place called the Dome, and personally I think it is the most beautiful part of the grotto. But actually this is how the grotto was first discovered. In the 1800s there was a family with the surname the Newloves, and there is a written account from Frances Newlove, who was the daughter of Joshua, who originally owned a cottage right next to the grotto, and I will share with you now what Frances wrote. My brother found out about the underground place some time before it was known. He never dared to tell father. He found the chalk loose at one end of the passage next to the cottage, which was built afterwards, and he opened it up by taking the stuff away, as it were in rough blocks. Then when the opening was wide enough, he crawled through and got into the grotto. And so did I, and 2 or 3 other young girls too. We crept in through the opening and had to scrub ourselves right through the dirty chalk. And lore, we did make a mess of ourselves. But we got in and saw it all. We had to take a candle in a lantern round somebody's neck. But it was really discovered in 1837, and my brother was dropped down the dome with a light. He had been through it before, but had not told father. It's absolutely beautiful. Each individual shell is like cemented into the walls. It's a really beautiful place to come. The grotto has been privately owned since its discovery and is still today. It was listed as Grade 1 in 1973, and so Historic England watches over its preservation. There was actually a big damp problem in the 1990s, and so they decided that they would go in and carry out extensive conservation works, but luckily they managed to actually preserve the building and no damage happened. You can spend as long as you want down here, but it's not that long that you can spend all day. There is a museum as well that you can buy little trinkets and shells and crystals and the like. If you adore the grotto and you want to help financially, you can become a friend. This then gives you unlimited free entry to the grotto. You'll receive invitations to exclusive friends events, and you get tours, talks and performances. Nearly all of the 4.6 million shells that are in the grotto are native to the British Isles. And fun fact, if you have the money, you can actually hire out the grotto. Whether it be for filming or photo shoots or private events, you can email the grotto, and if they agree to your plans, you can hire out the grotto in its entirety. It is just a beautiful thing to see if you're down in Margate, just because it's quite stunning. It's a temple of shells, it's fantastic. If you are in the area, I definitely recommend it. Like I say, it's £4.50 and it's something that you'll probably never see again, and it's a nice little obscurity that you may not have known that Margate had. This was quite a different video from me today. If you have watched it till the end, thank you so much for doing so. I absolutely love to go to these weird and wonderful places that I didn't know existed before a little bit of research. Did you know about the Shell Grotto? If you did or didn't, what are your thoughts on the place? If you would like to support the channel, please do feel free to follow the link below. It is for our Patreon, and there is now 20 Patreons, and I am so thankful. And I just want to say a very special thank you to Chris, Lawrence, Ben, Geraldine, Louise and Gemma. Your support of my channel means so much to me, and I thank you for being here. Please stay tuned for part 2, when we will go and look into Margate's caves. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.